Hello, I'm Yousuf Basil from TTW, Travel and Tour World, coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia on this Friday, March 20th, 2026. Happy first day of spring, but there's nothing spring-like about the travel picture we are tracking today. The Middle East aviation and the tourism crisis is now delivering its most painful chapter yet, with iconic luxury hotels sitting empty, an entire region's workforce under threat, and a fresh flight disruptions hitting travelers on one of the busiest travel weeks of the year right here in the United States. We have a lot to go through, so let's get into it. Our lead story this Friday morning is one of the most consequential hospitality stories to emerge from the Middle East conflict. And it puts hard numbers to what we've been tracking all week. The tourism sector across the UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt is now on a full-scale revenue collapse. The direct cause, Emirates, Etihad, Qatar Airways, and Saudi, the four airlines that together carry the overwhelming majority of passengers into the Gulf, have all dramatically reduced or suspended flights operations. The result at the hotel level is devastating. Atlantis Dubai, the Jumeirah Group's portfolio of resorts, the Ritz-Carlton Riyadh, and the luxury resorts in Cairo are all reporting record low booking numbers. These are not modest dips. These are kinds of occupancy drops that means the percentage of the hotel rooms actually being used by guests that threatens the financial visibility of the properties and the livelihood of hundreds of thousands of workers who keep them running. The WTTC, the World Travel and Tourism Council, the global body that represents the private sector of travel industry, estimates the conflict is costing the Middle East tourism sector $600 million per day. Tourism makes up nearly 13% of UAE entire economy. For hospitality investors and destination professionals tracking this region, the story is the clearest signal yet that this crisis is no longer just an aviation problem. It's a full hospitality emergency. And the operational disruptions keep coming. Oman Air, the national carrier of the Sultanate of Oman, has confirmed via its official social media accounts that it's suspending flights to a significant number of key regional destinations through March 31st. The suspended routes include Dubai, Doha, Kuwait, Bahrain, Dammam in Saudi Arabia, Amman in Jordan, Baghdad, Iraq, and Kasab, a coastal region within Kasab, a coastal region within Oman's own territory. Oman had been seen as one of the more stable entry points in the Gulf throughout this crisis. So this news confirms that even the more moderate regions players cannot sustain routes through the affected airspace. For affected passengers, the airlines has confirmed it will not charge change fees, and it's offering full refunds on canceled flights. The practical advice, if you have an Oman Air booking or any of these routes between now and March 31st, go directly to the airline's website or call your travel agency today. Do not wait for an email notification, as airlines processing thousands of rebookings may have delay in outbound communications. Pivoting now to travel disruptions story much closer to home, America travelers are facing double crisis this spring break week. On one front, a massive coast-to-coast system that has been carrying through the United States since Monday, generating blizzard warnings in a corridor stretching from Colorado through Nebraska and into Minnesota, while triggering violent thunderstorms and flash floods across the South. The National Weather Services has confirmed the system as a multi-day event, and on the international front, students and families who booked spring break trips through Dubai, Doha, or connecting via Gulf hubs are stranded. Here are the practical tips TTW is passing along today. First, download your airline's app immediately. Push notification through airline app often update to 15 to 20 minutes faster than airport departure boards. Second, if your flight is delayed by 6 hours or more, check whether your credit card includes trip delay coverage. Many premium credit cards will reimburse meals and accommodation up to $500. Third, go carry on only if you can. with the volume of cancellations and rerouting happening simultaneously, checked luggage risks are at all-time risk in this season, in this high season. Now, story for our industry professionals and aviation investors. Delta Airlines, one of the world's largest carrier and a key indicator of the health of the global aviation, will hold a live conference call on webcam and webcast on April 8th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to discuss its March quarter 2026 financial results. This is important because Delta Q1 numbers will be the first major airline's earning report to reflect the full financial impacts of the Middle East crisis, the U.S. spring storm disruptions, and any shift in international passenger demand caused by geopolitical uncertainty. Delta serves nearly 370 destinations across six continents and operates up to 5,500 flights daily. When Delta reports, the numbers will reflect not just Delta's performance, but the broader state of the long haul. International aviation during one of its most turbulent quarters in the recent memory. For hospitality investors, tourism boards, and airlines industry professionals, the April 8th Delta result call is a must-follow event. In the meantime, Delta has continued to operate its international routes where possible, and the airlines was recently recognized by as North America's most on-time carrier for the second consecutive year, a distinction that matters even more when the overall system is under a kind of stress. Shifting to some genuinely encouraging data from KAYAK, one of the world's leading travel search platform used by hundreds of millions of travelers annually to compare flights, hotels, and car rentals. KAYAK's 2026 travel trend analysis based on millions of search queries is painting an optimistic picture that cuts directly against the grain of the current Middle East crisis. Global travel interest is up by 9% compared to 2025. Domestic airfare in the United States are down 3%, and international airfare are down by 10% year over year, making this one of the most affordable years for long-haul travel in recent history. Eastern Europe is the runway destination story of 2026. 7 of the top 10 trending global destinations are in this region, including Prague, Sofia, Budapest, and Sarajevo. Cities offering rich cultural history, excellent food, and significantly lower cost than Western European capitals. Fandom-driven travel is also a major theme. Kansas City flight searches are up 14%, driven by the city's NFL team, pop culture buzz, and its role as the FIFA World Cup host city. Milan up by 15% ahead of the 2026 Winter Games, and Las Vegas is rebounding with 18% jump in the flight interest. For travel professionals and destination marketers, the KAYAK data is a powerful strategy resource. Even in travel tier, global travelers are actively searching and booking. They just need the right message and the right price point. Thank you very much for watching TTW Brief. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Plan well and safe travels, everybody.